is underway after the weekend tornadoes through the Midwest. The storms killed at least 5 people, injured 100 others. Thousands are also without power. Meantime, Convoy of Hope is responding to the devastating tornadoes that tore across parts of eastern Nebraska and Iowa. They're sending a second round of supplies to the impacted areas in Oklahoma.
In Marietta, specifically, a grocery store was hit. So what Convoy is doing there is sending groceries for people who don't have access to groceries at this point.
Convoy is shipping relief supplies that include food, water, tarps, totes, and more.